कल मुझे एनलाइटनमेंट हुई कि साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के सम टॉपिक्स they are still remaining from the month of April. So in this lecture we will wind up everything about the science and technology of April month, and in the next lecture we can start with the May month science and technology issues. Now in this lecture almost everything will be related to COVID-19 only, whether it is surveillance system developed by some institute, whether it is testing kit developed by some institute, whether there is some government program or guideline about the COVID-19, everything will be almost related to COVID-19 only. So the first topic is Chitra Gene Lamp N. What is that? We will break everything. Why Chitra? Why Gene Lamp N? But know that this is a diagnostic test kit for the confirmation of COVID-19, and a speciality is that within 2 hours it will give the result at a very low cost. In previous lecture also we have studied about some testing technique which are giving the result. For example, Feluda giving the result very fast at a low cost. But thing is that nowadays every institute is trying to compete and trying to produce a low cost fast technique for COVID-19 testing, because government needs it, the Indian population needs it. Okay, now the government will be free to choose anyone. Whatever suits the demand of the people, whatever suits the demand of the medical professional will be utilized. But in a competitive environment, every institute is almost trying to produce something new for the COVID-19 testing. So this diagnostic test kit is for COVID-19 testing. Result will be given in 2 hours at a very low cost. Why we are calling it Chitra Gene Lamp N? Because this technique or this kit is developed by Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology, Trivandrum. Okay, and this institute was not private. This institute of national importance is under the Department of Science and Technology. This is a state government college. Okay, first of all, tell me the place Trivandrum. Okay, Trivandrum is in Kerala. Okay, this is not in Tamil Nadu. Trivandrum is in Kerala. The English people pronounce it like Trivandrum. How it works? What is the mechanism of working? First of all, how does it look like? You want to see? This is the look of the testing kit. This image came by Doordarshan. Very simple instrument. You give the sample and it will give the result. But what is the working mechanism behind this technique? This diagnostic test actually detects the presence of N gene of SARS-CoV-2. SARS-CoV-2, you know SARS-CoV-2, what is that? SARS-CoV-2 is the COVID-19 causing virus. Why it is named as SARS-CoV-2? I tell you why. This SARS also originated in China only. This SARS is from the same family, coronavirus, it is from the same family as your COVID-19 virus. So SARS was the SARS virus was the original virus causing the SARS. Now it is related to SARS. That is why we are calling it SARS-CoV, COVID causing, and 2, because this is like the second version of the same SARS, but there is difference, genetic differences there, not exactly the same, but the family is same, the coronavirus only. Coronavirus also has some other disease causing viruses. Can you name some of the diseases caused by other coronaviruses? Very famous diseases, okay, very famous diseases, and all of them are important for your prelims. Also, I want to tell you that this COVID-19 virus or SARS-CoV-2 virus, the DNA is not present. This is a RNA virus, okay? This is a RNA virus. So, one more thing. This is still mutating. Still mutating means the genetic material of the virus is changing with the time, and by the time vaccines are developed, this RNA virus can change the genetic material by mutation, but that will not be a problem because the working mechanism of the vaccine, for example the Oxford vaccine working mechanism, it is not based on the genetic material exactly. This is based on the spike protein of the virus. I will tell you what is a spike protein. First of all, let's see the structure of the virus. Okay, first of all, let's see the structure of the virus. This is your coronavirus structure. Why this is called corona? See, these proteins emanating from the outer side. This look like the corona of the sun. Okay, sun corona is also, I had told you the structure of sun, right, in the previous lectures. So sun corona is also like this. So that is why this virus is named as coronavirus. This virus family actually, coronavirus has many other viruses also. The emanating proteins here are the spike proteins. These are spike proteins. It was asked from me in the UPPCS interview recently that tell me the exact working mechanism of coronavirus. So this is the working mechanism. Coronavirus will go into your body, and these spike proteins will get attached to your body cells. When the connection is made, the virus will transfer and then it will replicate inside the body. So somehow if you deal with this spike protein or recognize this spike protein, you can stop the infection. And the vaccines are doing that only. The Oxford vaccine is trying to identify this spike protein, and once the body identifies that this spike protein coming from the coronavirus, the body will not accept it inside and attack it. Okay, the antibodies will develop and they will attack it. So that is how the vaccine works. Anyway, this is a spike protein, outerly one, and here your vaccine mechanism is best. Now see, here you have the nucleic acid of the virus, RNA virus, okay, and in that you have N protein because associated with nucleic acid, that is why N protein. And there are E protein and M protein. No need to know about that, but N protein is very important. So now coming back to the point, how does this diagnostic test Chitra gene lamp N is working? The confirmatory diagnostic test detects the N gene of SARS-CoV-2 nucleic acid, or N gene of the SARS-CoV-2, and the mechanism to confirm or detect this N gene is what? That is reverse transcriptase loop mediated amplification of viral nucleic acid. What is that? Don't go in the full form and everything technicalities, just understand that in the testing kit the small amount of RNA present in the virus genomic material that will be amplified so that we can check the presence of it. Very small amount cannot be checked. The RT-PCR polymerase chain reaction is also working by the same mechanism. The small viral genetic material, RNA material, will be amplified. That amplification will be reverse transcriptase loop mediated amplification. Why? Because this is a RNA virus, so we need the reverse transcriptase, just like AIDS virus or HIV virus. Reverse transcriptase will be used, and then we will have this amplification, and then this nucleic acid will be tested, that is RT-LAMP. Okay, the test kit is highly specific to SARS-CoV-2 N gene. Okay, SARS-CoV-2 has the N gene, so this test kit is very specific to that N gene. And very unique thing is that it can detect 2 regions on the gene. Why this is very unique and useful? Because this, I told you that this virus is going through mutation. So suppose out of 2 regions, it has 2 regions, 1 and 1, suppose 2 regions. Suppose this region mutated, so it will not be detected, but still this will detect this region, the second region. And now if the both regions are detected, then this testing will fail anyway. So this will ensure that the test does not fail even if one region of the viral gene undergoes mutation during the current spread, because it is already undergoing mutation. So for better certainty, if we can check the both regions, this is very good. And this testing kit, Chitra Gene Lamp N, is capable of detecting the both locations of the both regions of the gene of the virus. That's all about Chitra. Now there is some second thing. This is also related to testing of the COVID-19 only. This is nCoV Senses. nCoV Senses, very difficult and complex name, nCoV Senses, but you can pick something. N again, see, previous one was also N. CoV is for COVID, and we will come to know what is the other thing. Department of Science and Technology has done what? It has funded Module Innovations. This is a Pune-based health startup or company, and that is developing rapid antibody test device for detecting COVID-19, and it will be able to detect the COVID-19 presence in 10 to 15 minutes only. So seeing that probability potential of this testing kit, Department of Science and Technology of the Ministry of Science and Technology said that, okay fine, we will be funding you, please develop this nCoV Senses tool or technique or kit for the COVID-19 detection. As I told you that this is a antibody test device. Antibody test device. This is not checking the exact presence of the virus, okay? Testing antibody means that we are trying to know that the body is infected by the virus or not. Because once we are infected by the virus, the body develops the antibody. So if the development of antibody is detected, that means the virus was present. But the previous test was exactly working on the viral genetic material. Antibody was not required. So you can consider which one will be better. Obviously checking the virus presence only will be better, because sometimes we are infected and we recover, and in that moment also we are having the antibody. Okay, so that is a problematic thing. Anybody who recovered also in Delhi, for example, 23% people are having the antibody. It is not supposed that all of them are in infection stage only. So for proper infection stage assessment, we need RT-PCR, we need the Chitra like devices. but anyway this is giving result in 10 to 15 minutes, so it will be very usable, very useful. What kind of antibody it will be detecting? It will be detecting IgG, immunoglobulin G and immunoglobulin M antibodies, which are generated in the human body upon the onset of viral infection. And also know that these antibodies are generated very specifically. So if one antibody is getting generated because of COVID-19, the same antibody will not be generated by any other virus. This is specific to the virus, the bacteria, the fungi. Okay, very specific. So when the antibody specific to the COVID-19 is detected, we will come to know that okay fine, this is not some other viral infection or bacterial infection, this is COVID-19 only, and it is targeted against the spike protein. I told you the structure of spike protein. A spike protein is making it specific for COVID-19. These antibodies which will be liberated in the body after infection, those are for attacking the spike protein. So once we know that the spike protein is being detected by the body by antibodies, so we must be having COVID-19 infection at some stage or later, some stage or other actually. Now comes the topic tracking and surveillance. Tracking and surveillance of what? COVID quarantine alert system. Department of Telecommunications. See, not Department of Science and Technology. This is Department of Telecommunication. And can you tell me in which ministry Department of Telecommunication is situated? And if you know the ministry name, can you tell me the other departments of this ministry? So Department of Telecommunication has shared a standard operating procedures SOP with all telecom service providers regarding the application called COVID-19 Quarantine Alert System, CQAS. Why we need this quarantine alert system? This app CQAS collects phone data including devices location on a common secured platform and alerts a local agency in case of a violation of COVID-19 patient under the watch or isolation. Now understand the whole thing conceptually. Suppose you go to Bangalore right now. So Bangalore or Hyderabad, you will be quarantined, home quarantine will be there for 14 days. Different states have different provisions. These states are following 14 days home quarantine still. So if you are under home quarantine, will there be police or IB official always having a watch over you? No, that is not possible to see everybody in all the time 24/7. So for that, Department of Telecommunication has said to all telecom service providers, for example, Airtel, Vodafone, BSNL, everyone is said that ask your people to install this application COVID-19 quarantine alert system that will be having the geospatial devices location, okay, on a secure platform so that your data is secured. It only goes to the local agencies, and if you go out from your home quarantine, this device or this application will alert the local agencies and they will take an action, make you a call and say that please stay home, don't go outside, you were required to stay home for 14 days, you are violating the norms, you are violating the rules and regulations, so stay inside. So this is how we can keep the surveillance over the people. This is like a geofencing thing. Fencing, when you have some animal, you do the fencing, okay, that you do not cross this boundary. So this is like geofencing of the people. This CQAS, this application or device, prepares a list of mobile numbers, segregates them on the basis of telecom service providers, and the location data provided by the GPS by the telecom company is run on the application to create geofencing. So now understand what is geofencing. Geofencing is a location based service in which an app, here the app developed by Department of Science and Technology, Department of Telecommunication. So here the app or other software for uses GPS will be used, RFID will be used, Wi-Fi will be used, every data will be collaborated, cellular data will be used, and if anybody goes outside this virtual boundary, the local authorities will be alerted. So this is the geofencing concept. And obviously this geofencing, why we are calling it geo? Because it is in a geographical location that you are not going outside your flat, okay, this is geofence. But the problem is that I gave you an example of BSNL also, but no, problem is that geofencing will work only if the quarantined person has a mobile from Airtel, Vodafone Idea or Reliance Jio, because the government owned BSNL and MTNL do not support location based services. They do not support the location based services. You will have the GPS and everything, but the location based services they do not support already, so they do not have the technicalities. And see, these are owned by the government. These are not supporting the location based services for the COVID-19 quarantine period. but government is asking the private companies that okay fine, you have the technology, right? So you enable your customers to install this app and do the geofencing. Okay fine, we are not able to do, it's okay, but you do this. So this is some kind of partiality also. Government should have improved the technicalities in BSNL, MTNL also. This is about the security and safety of the people. And how the local authorities are alerted? They are alerted by automatic emails or SMS alerts. This geofencing is accurate by up to 300 meter only. So it's not like you open the door of your house and the local authorities will be alerted. If you travel by at least 300 meters, then only the difference can be gauged and local authorities will get an email or SMS alert. 300 meter. Next topic is related to surveillance only, tracking and surveillance only. This will be called as NADI, and it is very important for your prelims that what NADI is associated with. You see, in Hindi, if you know, there is word Nadi. Nadi is measuring the pulse of your wrist. So by measuring your Nadi, you come to know about the disease. Okay, so that is also some kind of tracking, right? Tracing the disease. So here we have Nadi, which will mean national analytical platform for dealing with intelligent tracing, tracking, and containment. Tracing, tracking, and containment. This is for COVID-19 only. NADI has been, or NADI you can say, NADI has been developed by Center for Development of Advanced Computing, CDAC. Before going more into the topic, I will tell you about what is Center for Development of Advanced Computing or CDAC. First of all, it is an Indian Autonomous Scientific Society, and this is under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. When was it created? See, 1988. When your country saw the computer revolution, in that moment CDAC was created, Center for Development of Advanced Computing. This deals with development of advanced computing. This has got some autonomous nature, and this is a scientific society and operates under the MeitY Ministry or Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. The headquarters is not in Delhi, headquarters is in Pune University campus, Pune, Maharashtra. See, field of research, high performance computing. So that CDAC has prepared data science-based tool to make easy the task of tracking the movements of COVID-19 patients or quarantined people across the country. So suppose one person is infected by COVID-19, and somehow due to some reason he has to move to one place to another place, or some person is quarantined in the country. If they forget that which places they visited before the infection, so this thing NADI will help to know the tracing, tracking, and containment of those people. So come into detail now. Only CDAC? No. CDAC has developed this system in association with Indian Council of Medical Research and Union Department of Telecommunication. Department of Telecommunication we already developed. You have to tell me about the ministry. Together these three have developed the system. The system has been named National Analytical Platform for Dealing with Intelligence Tracing, Tracking, and Containment, NADI, because it is to trace the activity of COVID-19 patients. Again, a surveillance system. What is the significance? This will facilitate gathering the correct information from the confirmed or suspected patients, because some people might have genuinely forgotten, right? Suppose someone is getting tested and he comes to be COVID positive, but before that he might be in incubation period, asymptomatic, and he might have traveled to some distant places, might have infected some other people. So we need to know which people came in contact with him. He might have forgotten, right? So for that NADI will help. Who might have genuinely forgotten the places they had visited during the 2 to 3 weeks before being diagnosed with the infection or quarantine. So after infection, nobody is traveling anyway. Okay, fine. After quarantine period, nobody is traveling. But before infection or before being quarantined, they might have traveled to some places and forgotten. This system NADI will gather that data and tell the government and tell the patient also that which places they visited, and according to that we can see the contact tracing and tracking. It has many features, okay, that will be helpful for the administration, decision makers, health workers, and common citizens also. Our next topic is Samhar or Sanghar, whatever it is. I will pronounce it Samhar, okay. Full form is very large, but this is also related to COVID-19. Full form is Supercomputer Using Artificial Intelligence, Machine Learning, healthcare analytics based research. Okay, supercomputer using artificial intelligence, machine learning, healthcare analysis based research. This is Samhar COVID-19. It was announced by the Center for Development of Advanced Computing. I told you about this institution already, and under the aegis of National Supercomputing Mission, a Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and Department of Science and Technology initiative. So what we know now? We know that Department of Science and Technology under the Ministry of Science and Technology and Ministry of Electronics and Information Technologies Department institution National Super Institution CDAC. CDAC from Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and DST from the Ministry of Science and Technology. Together they have a mission, National Supercomputing Mission. Under that National Supercomputing Mission, we have this initiative Samhar for the COVID-19. Okay. Also, they have joined hand with NVIDIA and OpenACC. Those are not important. This is a hackathon. Hackathon means many people will be suggesting the ideas and the government will be choosing them, whatever suits the government. So researchers, academicians, micro, small and medium enterprises, startups and industries, everybody can go in this hackathon. They can propose their idea, and the objective is to bring out innovative and implementable ideas for prediction, forecasting and building healthcare models, those healthcare models that could revolutionize the way we interpret science of pandemic outbreaks using artificial intelligence technology on supercomputers. Easy. Very innovative solutions are to be proposed by researchers, academicians, MSMEs, startups and industry, so that we can better deal with and better forecast and better predict and better build our healthcare models, so that we can contain any pandemic like COVID-19. And in this context of COVID-19 pandemic only, this is being developed very fast. So this hackathon is organized, and all these people will be going with the suggestions, and the good ones will be selected by the government. This is the Samhar initiative of Department of Science and Technology CDAC and Ministry of Science and Department of Science and Technologies DST and Ministry of Electronics and Information Technologies CDAC. Together they have come to produce this Samhar. Now you know, here it is based on artificial intelligence on supercomputers. That is why we call it supercomputer using artificial intelligence, machine learning, healthcare analytics based research, COVID-19 Samhar, to deal with the pandemic situation, forecasting it, containing it and everything, producing healthcare models that will better deal with any pandemic situation outbreaks. Now something for awareness generation and grievance redressal also. First is COVID Gyan website. This is to fight misinformation around coronavirus disease, and it will provide only the factual aspects of this pandemic outbreak onto the public domain, because some people are having the stigma also. There were some people who suicide because they fear that the COVID-19, if they get infected, and some people got infected and recovered, then they had gone for suicide because they thought that the society will be rejecting them, and it's to some extent true also. There were some dead bodies who was being transported through ambulance, and people started stone pelting because the COVID-19 patient, after the death, was going through the streets of the mohalla or village. So they thought that everyone in the village will be infected, even the body being inside in kind of AC condition or refrigerated condition. Still the people thought that no, the virus will come outside and will infect the entire city or the village. So for that misinformation containment, dealing with that misinformation situation of the coronavirus, around the coronavirus, the government has come with the COVID Gyan website. Very factual, correct information are provided. So who has just started it? Initiative is started by Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, TIFR, Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore, and Tata Memorial Center. So for this is not Trinamool Congress, this is Tata Memorial Center. These are like involved in some scientific research and everything which can help the common people. So TIFR, IISc and Tata Memorial Center have come up with factual information on COVID-19 to deal with misinformation. That thing is known as COVID Gyan website. So I don't think any person will be particularly opening the COVID-19 Gyan website, and will be having some Gyan, because that much aware people anyway will not go for the misinformation, right? The aware citizen will not go on the website and learn something. They will learn it on their own. But anyway, government comes up with plans and schemes, so it is okay. Next, again one web portal only. This is Prakriti. Prakriti is what? Prediction abbreviation are very beautiful. Prakriti is prediction and assessment of corona infections and transmission in India. This will do the prediction of COVID-19 cases. This is a dashboard, okay? In that dashboard, you can see the state-wise and district-wise predictions of COVID-19 cases in India for 3-week period, okay? This data is updated on a weekly basis so that various effects due to administrative intervention, severity of viral strain, change of weather patterns, everything can be accommodated there. This is a prediction dashboard, okay? Prakriti's prediction dashboard. How this prediction can be done? This is by R0 value, okay? This R0 or RO, I don't know. RO value is what? Reproduction number. What is that? Reproduction number is R0 only. Reproduction number or RO, this is R0 is pronounced as R0. Not is for 0. R0 is what? It refers to the number of people to whom the disease spreads from a single infected person. On an average, it will take an account that if one person is infected, then on an average how many people can get infected from that person, and according to that R0 number, it will tell you about the state situation and district situation. See, Prakriti provides the R0 values of each district and state based on data available from the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, other data coming from National Disaster Management Authority, and some World Health Organization data. Reduction of RO is key in controlling and mitigating COVID-19 in India. That means this R0 or R0, if it is low, then infection rates are going to be low in the future. If it is high, more people will be infected. According to that, the predictions are done on this Prakriti dashboard. This is a foreign news, lockdown learners. What is lockdown learners? This is launched by United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime, okay? Not US, okay? United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime has released this lockdown learners. It is a series of online dialogues with students and educators in India on COVID-19 and its impact on sustainable development goals, peace and the rule of law. So this is not for any online learning in general, okay? You cannot go for the degree and all there. This is related to COVID-19 Gyan only. So just like your Indian government is giving COVID-19 Gyan, this is lockdown learner by the United Nations in the same way. And United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime, that is having this lockdown learners platform. Next topic is Kisan Rath mobile app. One, Kisan is farmer and Rath is what? For transportation. So some old ancient transportation medium, the word is coming from there, Rath, okay? Kisan Rath mobile app is what? This is by Agriculture Ministry. It has launched the Kisan Rath mobile app and it will facilitate the transportation of food grains and perishable food grains and perishables means your fruits and everything, right? Fruits, vegetables and food grains. Their transportation during the lockdown will be facilitated by this app Kisan Rath, launched by the Agricultural Ministry. It is developed by National Informatics Center or NIC that will help farmers and traders in searching for transport vehicles for primary and secondary transportation because many transport vehicles are not coming out. So there is some dearth of transport vehicle. This app will help them to locate and search the transport vehicles available for primary and secondary transportation for movement of agriculture and horticulture produce, because during the lockdown also agricultural and horticultural produce are not prohibited from transportation. Remember that food is being focused, food is being transported, so that need to be transported, but we need vehicles. For that NIC has come up with farmer friendly and trader friendly this Kisan Rath mobile app. So I took two terms names here, okay, right? Primary transportation and secondary transportation. So what are those? Primary transportation means movement from farm to mandis, okay, or farmer producer organization collection center and warehouses. Then what is secondary transportation? Obviously secondary transportation will be mandis to intra-state and interstate mandis, okay. Coming from the farmer, it will be primary transportation, and then from mandi to intrastate or interstate mandis, processing unit, food processing units, railway station, warehouses and wholesalers, this will be secondary transportation. This Kisan Rath mobile app will facilitate both primary and secondary transportation for the food grains and perishables. Tagline is what? Kisan ka apna vahan, because Rath, Kisan ka apna vahan in English means vehicle. One more portal, this is Yukti portal, okay. Young India combating COVID with knowledge, technology and innovation. This is the abbreviation Yukti, and Yukti means Young India combating with COVID-19 with knowledge, technology and innovation. This portal is a unique portal. Why? And dashboard to monitor and record the efforts and initiatives of MOHRD. Ministry of Human Resource and Development has some efforts and initiatives to contain and monitor your COVID-19 situation. So they have created one Yukti portal for themselves. The portal helps in critical issues related to a student promotion policies, placement related challenges, physical and mental well-being of the students in these changing times. So Ministry of Human Resource and Development, now Education Ministry, that will be having the Yukti portal, because many students are facing the placement issues, exam issues these days. So all these issues will be addressed here. Next topic is COVID India Seva. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, this ministry has launched an interactive platform. Okay, interactive platform, that means two-sided exchange. COVID India Seva for providing real-time solutions to COVID-19 related queries. So you go with the queries, and your Ministry of Health and Family Welfare through this interactive platform COVID India Seva will give you suggestions and solutions. About the platforms, this initiative has been launched to enable transparent e-governance. This is like e-governance. You come with a problem, get a token number, and they will give you the solution. So that is why it is called COVID India Seva. Seva means what? Service. So this is e-governance. It is for the delivery at larger scale, because in crisis like situation we cannot go to hospital and take some suggestion all the time, but this online platform is available to everyone. You can also post your queries through the Twitter handle of COVID India Seva, okay, for generating swift replies from team of trained experts. The skilled experts will be there who will reply to your queries. So my enlightenment's demand is over. In the 30th class we have completed the science and technology of April month also, and in the next lecture we will start the science and technology of May month, after that environment, and then we will be starting with the which month? June month current affairs. That's all for today. Take care. Bye bye.